There we go. Let's go out of the Starbucks and into the sun. Saturday afternoon, walking back. Let's see what it's like to go through GuoMao at this time of year, because next week on September 3rd, they are going to have a big parade here in Beijing. There's going to be a massive Victory Day parade that marks the withdrawal of the Japanese forces from China. Anyway, there are two movies coming out that are about the Japanese occupation of parts of China, notably in Dongbei region, so Harbin, and then also in the central area of China as well, Nanjing. The Nanjing movie is called Dead to Rights, but in Chinese it's called Nanjing Jiaoxiangguan, so Nanjing Photo Studio. And then 731 is the sort of the really horrible movie about the Imperial Japanese Army's biolab in Harbin, where they did all sorts of nasty experiments, kind of like in Germany throughout World War II. It's the Chinese equivalent of it, basically, the Japanese-Chinese equivalent of it. Anyway, you can look up those movies. None too fun to watch, none too nice to watch, and certainly a reminder of some of the atrocities that can happen during war. Anyway, on September 3rd, they're going to be having a big parade here, big military parade, and so they're going to be locking down a lot of this. And right now, like I'm in the Hujialou area, close by GuoMao, so that's GuoMao area over there. This billboard, actually, the Chanel billboard, I'm guessing they bought that thing a while ago, because they always have a new poster up there, probably every month or so. Can't remember, but I've noticed that it's always Chanel. It's never any other company or anything like that. And this subway station has been under construction basically ever since I've come to Beijing. I don't think I've ever not seen a construction area on this street. That's going to be another type of subway station or train station or something, some sort of massive transport hub, which I assume is because if you've watched this channel before, I have complained about GuoMao before. I'm not the only one who complains about GuoMao. Lots of people complain about GuoMao. GuoMao is Beijing's central business district, and as a result, lots of traffic goes through there each and every day. It's probably the reason why Beijing traffic is so bad, other than the fact that there are just so many cars and people going throughout the city. I guess it's a nice day. It wasn't so nice this morning. It was kind of rainy, but looks like they cleared the skies up, finally. Good. So part of the preparations that they had for this big parade that's going to happen on September 3rd, they've been blocking down GuoMao for the last 3 weeks, I think, on the weekend. So every Saturday and Sunday at 4 p.m., they basically shut the intersection down. Basically, if you didn't have to go out, you shouldn't go out. If you ordered any Waimai, any food delivery, and it had to cross the GuoMao intersection, they basically called you and said, sorry, we can't deliver to you because the streets are all blocked off. Working hard or hardly working? Yeah, right-o. They work pretty hard, I'm not going to lie. Their working conditions are probably far worse than anything that I would endure in this country. So blocking off the intersection aside, last Sunday, I posted a video about this, that they actually had a flyover, a practice flyover. This is I think it'd be the second time I have seen this in Beijing, that for these big military celebrations, which only happen every 5 to 10 years and mark sort of big anniversaries. Hi, ni hao. They mark big anniversaries such as like the end of World War II, the centennial of the CCP, which that was in 2021 or 2022. It's kind of neat to see because you get the helicopters going over first, then you get the fighter jets or the reconnaissance aircraft with the big disc on top. Then you get the bomber planes and jets and stuff like that. They're flying over top. They're making a lot of racket. It only takes 15 minutes or so for this whole aerial display to happen. But they block off everything. If you look on the maps for Beijing during these periods of parade preparations and during the parade itself, it's all red. You can't get anywhere. You can't move. We're talking not only can you not be on the street, even the subway closed. It won't stop off at certain places. It won't stop off at Qianmen or Tianmen. Nowhere like that. It's basically you have to make alternate arrangements to get where you need to go, because the streets will be locked down, they're going to be checking IDs, and not only that, the subway system will be skipping over certain subway stops. He's working hard. These guys, I feel bad for them because they have to stand out here all the time. This is to the CCTV building, the main sort of central China TV. Chinese Central TV, CCTV, whatever. It's called the Dakuzi. It's the big pants, basically. And I've shown this on the YouTube channel before, but that's what it looks like. So that's a CCTV building. And then over there, that one is the CITIC tower, the Zhongguo Zun, China Zun. So Zun is a type of instrument that they have, traditional instrument. So even walking where I am right now in front of the CCTV building will more than likely be impossible September 2nd, September 3rd. Because what happens with this big military parade is that they have to take these vehicles throughout the whole city. And it's not like they just drop them in the center of the city and then drive them towards Tiananmen Square. The big sort of procession and the big sort of, what would you call it, presentation will be at Tiananmen Square, Forbidden City. 26 world leaders are going to be in town. We're talking like all the classics, Putin, Kim Jong-un, some others as well, not Trump. So security is going to be insane. Basically, if you don't have to go out, you don't go out, because not only will you not be able to get very far, you're probably going to be ID'd. 62 seconds. Let's go. This is the problem. In a city this big, you have 62 seconds to cross the street. And if you don't, then you got to wait like 3 minutes to cross again, because all those cars are going to be coming at you. There we go, safely. All right, part of the barricades that they already have in place, I'm guessing since they have a couple days until the actual celebration begins or the actual parade begins, September 2nd afternoon is when everything's going to be shut down. Like, good luck moving around the city. It's going to be a pain in the ass. But these are some of the barricades. They'll shut this whole thing down. You won't be able to come here. You won't be able to be taking pictures or videos or anything like that unless you're part of the chosen few. Beijing traffic. They say it's about 25 million people now, which is down from 30 million pre-pandemic. Look at that. Oh, isn't that nice? That should be the title card. Tong Yi Di Qiu, Tong Yi Zhong Ai. Agreement of the world, agreement of love. Be nice to each other. What do you want? What are you ringing for? You're on the sidewalk, bro. You're supposed to be on the street. So more of the barriers, they're probably going to have this all set up and blocked off September 1st, September 2nd. I go back to class September 1st, 8 a.m. Come on. I know. Is there ever a good time to start work? You know, Lamborghini, Ferrari. There's my ride. I should be wearing sunblock or a hat. I thought it was going to be cloudy for the rest of the day, and then it turned out to be sunny and hot. Misjudged the weather. It said it was going to rain. It never did. At least they got the windows up in this building. That thing's been under construction for quite a while. I'm guessing it's going to be done within the year. Not sure why they have such demand for downtown office space. I hope they change the traffic problem with GuoMao, and I assume that that's what the big gray blocks in construction were all about a couple streets over. He's all in pink. I think that was a guy. There was an article that said that a lot of the schools actually aren't starting until September 4th due to the military parade preparations. We start on Monday, and as far as I know, we're on class on September 3rd. I think might be a TV watching day. Let's practice our English. Tell me about these bombers. More barricades. They don't normally have these downtown in GuoMao district. I mean, they have enough. Like these ones, the brown ones are usually there all the time, but the white ones, the white and red ones, those are just temporary. I think this has always been something that's amusing about being in China and how they name their buildings. China Garments Mansion. So it's Zhongguo Da Zhongyi Da Sha. Zhongfu Da Sha. Thank you. Yes, yeah. Zhongfu Da Sha. Zhong is in China. Fu is Yifu, the Fu, and then Da Sha is mansion, but it's building, a massive building, as opposed to a gongyu, which is an apartment. So Zhongfu Da Sha, China clothing or garments textile mansion. So there's part of the GuoMao intersection. You'll see that they do have parking underneath these bridges. These bridges, or these, I guess these driveways, that is part of the third ring road, the San Juan. And this is so Beijing has 6 of these, 5 or 6 or 7 of them, depends how you want to count them, that go right around the whole city. and I'm living on the third ring road, San Juan. Chongping, which is where my university is, that's outside the fifth ring road. It's very far away to the northwest of the city. But that is part of the San Juan. This one goes up and over GuoMao. The part of GuoMao that I complain about a lot is over in this area where it's a massive intersection, but it's all on the ground. And there's two layers. The San Juan goes up and it keeps on going straight, and it depends on where you have to go in your travels, I guess. It is an absolute mess because the buses have to merge with the pedestrians, the bikes, the car traffic and everything. Mafanlai tells you. Whoosh, I bumped into that bike. Ouchies. Remember what that one is? Seen letter or communications? How do you translate it? It's like mail. But I don't think they're sending mail underground, unless they are. I guess one of the reasons why they would use fu as opposed to yi, zhong yi, is because fu is the same word for good luck. Different character, but same sound. So ifu is clothing, and then fu, the character fu, means good luck. Doing the things that workers do. You know, deng dai. There you go. Deng dai means to wait. Wait more. 稍等一下. 等待对吗？你会英文吗？
不怎么会。
没有啊。好。工作怎么样？
还可以。
还可以。现在你去哪儿？当然。太远了还是旁边的？
啊？
远不太远。好了，拜拜。嗨，你好。不好意思，不好意思，稍等一下。好，谢谢，谢谢，拜拜。Oh, when the YouTuber causes problems in the Central Logistics District. Zhao, ni hao. A lot of people wonder why I say Zhao all the time. Two reasons for saying Zhao. One, it's easy to remember. Zhao. It's same as in English, you say morning, good morning. You don't really say the whole thing. Good morning to you, son. You don't do that. You say morning. Hey, how's it going? So Zhao. The other thing is that Zhao, in my opinion, is a homonym of Cao. And Cao means. So when you have to go to work in the morning and you're kind of like, oh, Zhao, I have to go to work, you can say, ah. And it's kind of my funny way of saying, oh, merde. We have to start work again? Ah, does it ever end? No. Oh. Ayo. Who did this? Who's at fault? Enough. 25 million people. Get some bumps and scratches along the way, I guess. Anyhow. The funny thing is that if you shoot a vlog in the center of Beijing, people are going to assume that it's your first time in China. I've been here for 10 years. The even funnier part is, even though I can try to speak Chinese, since my Chinese actually isn't that good, they're still going to think, wow, it must be your first day in China. Your Chinese sucks. All right, we are coming up to the spot in GuoMao that is absolutely deplorably, horribly bad. And this is the traffic congestion area wherein it's literally one lane that goes from this part to the other part of the river. So there's a river that divides the GuoMao from like Shuangjing. So there's Shuangjing on the south side and GuoMao on the north side. And this is the one street, the one roadway that goes through. It's horrible in the morning because you have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 lanes that share car traffic, bus traffic, bikes, and pedestrians. And you'll see there's no walkway, or there's no overpass or anything like that. Other parts of the city have these overpasses where the bikes can use or the people can use to get over, and there's nothing underneath either. If you want to use the subway's not even close to this part. You have to walk further north. All that is to say, it gets very busy in the morning. You don't want to go through GuoMao if you don't have to. Zhao. Hi, ni hao. Hi, ni hao. The other joke I used to do was instead of going ni hao, I'd say hao ni. So ni hao is like, you, good. Or hao ni is good, you. It didn't really go over very well, to tell you the truth. Well, we got the fine people of Beijing queuing nicely for the buses. The Gonggong Ticha. The public gas eating. Gonggong Ticha, that is not what it stands for at all. I am joking. But this is the part of GuoMao that is absolutely horrible to come through in the morning. Again, only 4 lanes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 差不多, 4 lanes or so. And then here is the bus stop where these buses have to come in from, usually from outside there, into this first lane to pick up the people. And you say it's reserved for the buses, but then how many people are going by on the bikes? The delivery guys, of course. Hello, ni hao. And then just people walking all over the place. It's crowded AF, as the kids would say. And this is a Saturday morning, so this is like gentle traffic. This is by no means busy at all. This is empty. You could almost still spin. Wouldn't want to do too much, but you get the point. Oh, I'm dizzy. Oy, 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 oy. Don't be that foreigner who collapses on the street in GuoMao. Ni hao. Ah! Zai ni hao. 双镜. 什么? 这是谁的？
我的。
是你的，为什么你给我？
那你喝了，请你喝了。
好，谢谢呢。Jasmine water, 点 tea。哦，这是什么？茉莉苏打。
对。
啊，没有气泡啊，无气无糖。哦，非常他妈厉害，谢谢呢。
你中文可以啊。
还不错，比较错了。
再见，拜拜。
好，谢谢。He gave up on my Chinese pretty quickly. Hi, ni hao. All right, walk fast, or else you're gonna get dung-dyed again. Why are you honking so much? This is another thing that it's just honking, honking, honking. I have been upset about this before, but I will tell you, when I first came to China, 2014, 2015, lots of honking, and the bikes, the EV guys, everyone would be honking all the time. It got so aggravating. The problem is that they put out an APB of some sort and said, stop your honking, just watch out for people. Now, however, you're walking along the street and all of a sudden, a guy just zips by you, not honking because they're not supposed to make noise, or maybe they're not registered and they don't want to be heard or something like that. Not entirely sure. The point being is that before they used to honk a lot more, now they don't honk as much, but it's not as safe because you don't know who's behind you. It's not as noisy, but now you're kind of going, you have to look both ways on one-way streets just in case there's a bike coming in from the opposite direction. So traffic starts here at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. I think the latest you could get into a cab and make it to your destination, 7:15 a.m. After 7:15, first of all, you're not going to get a cab, and second of all, you're going to be stuck in traffic for an hour and a half getting anywhere in the city. So this would be packed around 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. This whole thing would just be jam-packed full of people. And then again, throughout the day, it will be die down towards, again, the lunchtime period, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, but then starting again around 4 o'clock, packed, going all directions. North in the morning, south in the evening. I think it's very common to say that Beijing has some of the worst traffic problems in the country and in the world. And I don't just say that as a foreigner. I've heard that from Chinese people, and I've heard it from people who've lived in other places, such as Chongqing, Guangzhou, or even Shanghai. Anyway, let's jishu our sanbu so we can get to Honolulu. It's very nice of him to give me some water. So I was trying to ask that driver, are you going very far? But I'm thinking it in my mind, but I can't remember what it is in Chinese to say. Hi, ni hao. Hello, ni hao. I'm very good. Nice to meet you too. This is new, and I don't recall ever seeing this before. Something that happens whenever the city's doing some preparation for a big parade or whatever. They start doing all these sort of safety things, like these lifesaver rings. Lifesavers? Life rings? What do you call them? Flotation devices? Anyway, I don't recall that being here before, even though I think they're supposed to have them. Ah, what river is this? I cannot remember. Tonghu Ji Hu. No. Tong Sha? Tonghui He. Tonghui He. Beilu. Tonghui He. Beilu. And this is one of the rivers. This is actually a famous lock. I think they still have, yeah, it's over on that side. That little house right there just kind of marks the old lock system, like LOCK, the lock system that controlled the boats that came in and out. This used to be a main waterway, apparently, in ancient Beijing times, I don't know, a couple hundred years, a couple centuries ago. They do have a ship that marks the importance of the passage of the lock of the river, but it is you don't see boats coming here anymore. You do see some people fishing every now and then. Not right now, and why would that be? Probably because they've been all cleaned up for the preparations of the military parade. Life preserver, that's the word I'm looking for. And this is Qingfeng, that's what it is. Qingfeng Gongyuan. Qing, Chongqing the Qing, Feng, Feng mi the Feng, Gongyuan, Gongyuan the Gongyuan. Qingfeng is a name, Gongyuan just means park. Wenming Lu Yuan, Shimada Yi Shu. I don't know what this character is. Alright, they redid this park once again. Qingfeng Gongyuan, I don't know why. This is like their make work project. Every time they're like, it's not much to do. We've already replaced all the sidewalks. What can we now replace? And they come here and they rip up the sidewalk and they do it again. This is new. These weren't here before. I give them about another week before they're all banged up. They might, see? Jeez. Yeah, okay, stand on this side. Be safer. So they might not get banged up in the next week or so because the parade's going on. But after that, these things are notorious for getting whacked, smacked, and then taken out. Attacked. Whacked, smacked, and attacked. Taken out and removed, basically. Whenever they need another make work project, they'll put them back in. It's actually surprising to me that in this intersection that I've been complaining about, GuoMao, that they only have one extra layer. I remember in other cities like even Toronto or Montreal, they have multiple layers, multiple highways that crisscross all throughout the city and all over the city and around the city. So to see that there's only two ways to get through GuoMao, on the street, like street level, and then, one little bridge, kind of surprising. I thought they would have a few more going a few different directions. I guess that is 1, 2, and then 3, right? I'm not a civil engineer, what do I know? The crosswalk, how would you like to take your chances? Oh, are the Men in Black still here? I wonder if they're gonna let me film. Ooh, good question. FAW, that's the car company. They're on lunch. Are the Men in Black still there? No, they're gone. The little Men in Black with their camera. I guess one complication for the GuoMao intersection that I do have to point out is that there is this train track that goes right through the city, and this train track goes to Beijing Station, which is a big station, and also goes to Beijing East, which is a very dinky little station. It's one of those stations where they don't open it until the train arrives, so you have to stand outside of the train station. When the train arrives, they open the gates, you go through, and then you get on the train. But you're not allowed in otherwise because it's just nothing there. So there used to be 2 Men in Black that were standing here underneath this tunnel. One would be over in this area and one would be on the other side. And on the other side, they used to have a camera that was pointing in this direction, looking at the traffic. I mean, I guess they were taking video, but it didn't look like they weren't stopping anybody or anything. So it was more like an inspection of some sort where they were just checking how many people are actually going through this direction or in this pathway each and every day. All right, back in the neighborhood. Shuangjing. The best ing ever. I guess I should have just said thank you with the water bottle. I don't know why. Why are you giving it to me? Why is the Kuwaiti guy giving me a water? Very nice of him. You probably saw that I was sweating profusely. And makes a good impression on the world because this is going up on the YouTubes. People are going to look at that and go, look at the Chinese delivery guys. They're just so nice. And they are. They work a lot. I'm not going to lie. Those guys, full respect to the Kuwaiti Yuan. Not only do they have tough working conditions, they also generally get the half-an-hour food delivery service right, but they also, they speed. They're working hard. They get paid per delivery, and it's not like they're living in the lap of luxury either. A lot of them come here and make a bunch of money and then take off because it's not easy work. It's very tiring. But yeah, they are very good. They're very nice. Door-to-door delivery. Very good stuff. Very impressed. Ladies, why are you crossing against the street? It's not a crosswalk. All right, we're coming up to the portion of the neighborhood I think I've shown you guys before in other videos. Maybe I didn't. Last year I shot a walk around the neighborhood video. I actually had to do it twice. The first time is after I did it, my video editor was like, you're supposed to blank people's faces and QR codes. I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I reshot it, trying to keep people's faces and QR codes out of it. There's only so much you can do. Xanadu. Shangdu Niu Kao Ro. Xanadu. Da Cao Ting. Hao Niu Ro. Hao Niu Ro. Good beef. Big garden something. Xanadu. Anyhow. But they do say it's delicious right there. Is that the same place? No. Oh. So that's Xanadu. That's new. And this is the Muslim shop. I think this is the good one. You want to go there. If you're going to eat... Hello, ni hao. If you're going to eat the chuar, you go to that one because they have proper ones. Oh my goodness. People. Milk Day. What is this? This is new. 鲜奶小镇. What is this? Never seen that. Milk Day. Cafe, 下午茶. So I want to show you something. So it's 下午茶, so it's afternoon tea. That's 午, 下午的午, so it's good afternoon. But 午 and 牛 look very similar. So if you're ever an English teacher and you're kind of telling your students the importance of spelling, same in China, and in Chinese, when you have two characters like this one, 午 and 牛, which just a little extra tick on top of the character, and all of a sudden it changes the meaning completely. Let's see what he has to eat here. Ooh. 好了，这是什么？这是什么？
Bread.
Bread. 好了。
Chocolate.
Chocolate bread.
Yeah, chocolate bread.
Oh.
Pizza?
Yes.
Margarita?
Oh, look at this. 这么做。 Well, my hands are kind of full here. Is good pizza? Okay. Thank you. And there's the spicy pizza that he has.
这个是那个辣皮子，是不是？
Mm-hmm.
尝一点这个。
好吃哦。有垃圾吗？垃圾桶。OK， 谢谢。对，看快视频。
挺好，不错。
你会英文吗
A little.
？A little。好。Hi,你好。Ooh, they have cinnamon buns. Okay. Oh, that pizza is burning the back of... Oh, that's why. It's fresh milk. This is like the 3-day milk, so you buy it, you have to drink it within 3 days or something. Which means that you could probably then trust their yogurt cheesecake. Folks, this is not sponsored. I am not here because they're paying me. Chocolate. Charming chocolate. What does that say? Charming chocolate in the small town. I'm not sure why that charming chocolate, but we'll go with it. Hi, ni hao. Hi, ni hao. Lisa.
Hello.
Hi, ni hao. Ooh. Hongshu. These are very popular in Beijing in the wintertime. Oh.
Check there.
Okay. Oh, in the oven. What does that say? Bimi, pimi, Chayao. Oh, okay. That's a big oven. That's where they do all their cooking. Interesting. Shay. So this is actually part of the cow roll place, the shou cow difang next door. So you get your chuar over in the restaurant, over there, and you get your dessert over here. Maybe your cafe and your fresh milk as well. And actually pretty good pizza. I mean, I'm very surprised by this. They must have just opened. That's milk day, and we'll see how long they continue in the next video. 谢谢，再见，拜拜。Well, we'll see how long they stay open. Generally, things kind of open and close within a few months. Not like this car company, which has been closed ever since the pandemic started. And they have cars all over. They still have them outside. Now they finally cover them up. When COVID started, they weren't covered. And even there was a bank here before, ICBC, I think. A lot of things closed during COVID. And there's a strip of stores that closed throughout the neighborhood. Still haven't reopened. So good to see that there's a new cafe in town. Again, it looks like it's sort of part of that, the shou cow, the skewered meat place. Good to see. Good food so far as I can tell. Fresh milk, which you can get delivery in Beijing. Fresh milk. I hear the guy every morning at 4:30. Comes into the compound. Clink, 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 clink. They all serve it in glass bottles as well for some reason. Oh, wow. A lighting store. That's actually useful. And this place has changed. That place has changed more than one time since I've been here. And the hard-working workers, again, those people are temporary. That, I think the reason why the people under the red umbrellas are here is because of the start of the school season. Not just the military parade, but the start of the school season, so to help direct people around who might need help in the neighborhood. All right, got some shade. These are a series of, this used to be a cow roll place, so a skewered meat and a cigarette shop. Used to be a pharmacy around here as well. That used to be a pharmacy and a cell phone shop. All closed, all guan bila. How much it would cost to rent? Yeah, 双庆街道 Ping An Tie Lu. What was that? Ping An Tie Lu. I don't know what that means. Chaoyang Chunzhong, the Chaoyang people, Chaoyang crowd. Anyway, oh, that's nice. All right. Well, I think we'll cut it there. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. It's been pretty busy. Good walk. Anyhow. And the weather's actually gotten pretty nice as well, so I'm chew-hanning quite a bit. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. From under the umbrella in Beijing, China, give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my newsletter. I send it out once a week. Listen to the podcast, or just drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know how you're doing and what you'd like to see covered from Beijing, China. All right. Thanks again, folks. We'll do this again. Have a good one. Bye-bye.